Kyle Klingman with Trackwrestling. We have Stevo Poulin, three-time New York State champion from Shenendehowa. He also made a Cadet World team in 2019. How are you, Stevo?
I'm all right. I'm all right.
How's the training going right now?
Um, you got to work with what you got. The gyms aren't open, the wrestling clubs aren't open, so you're doing your own thing. I got this little tiny wrestling mat down here, but it's working for now. I have some people over. I have my cousin and I have one of my practice partners come over every once in a while, training me. That's about it.
Does that work out pretty good for you to keep in shape?
Yeah, I can't say I'm at the same shape I was a couple months ago, but I still go for a run every once in a while and try to keep my stamina up.
And you're learning how to fish right now too, huh?
Yes, I am. I put my first worm on last week. I'm probably gonna go fishing as soon as this call's over. My buddy's waiting on me right now, so we're gonna go to this place like 15 minutes away, try to catch something. I gotta get some hobbies in case sit at home all day.
Yeah. What's what's it like to fish? Like learning a new skill set. Have you figured out a few things?
Well, like ever since I was like little, I've always like just like done weird, not weird things, but I just like keep learning stuff. Like I always, if I like put my mind to something, like I remember I got a Rubik's Cube and I was like, okay, I'm not putting this Rubik's Cube down until I learn how to solve it. And now I can solve it in like 30 seconds. And I was like, I did origami. I like learned how to do a backflip, and now I'm like on the fishing right now. So like in a month, I'm probably gonna be like some pro fisherman.
So if you're gonna get to that level, like who's teaching you? Who's helping you learn how to fish?
YouTube,
Really?
YouTube. Oh yeah, coming in clutch.
All right. So what are they telling you to do?
I just learned how to do a type of knot. I don't even know what it's called. You like wrap it around and then I don't know. And I was just watching a video while I got ringed to go into this. Like best bait to catch bass in the spring.
Do you feel like those same skill sets apply to wrestling where you're able to just set your mind on something and you're able to execute it?
Yeah, definitely. Whenever I have a vision or a goal or a tournament that I want to win, I put my mind to that prior or a few months prior, maybe even a year prior to that. And that's what I think about the whole time up to that. And most of the time when you set a goal to yourself like that, you end up achieving it.
How was your experience in Sofia, Bulgaria at the Cadet Worlds?
It was really fun. Like, although I didn't get what I wanted, I got fifth. I had two losses. It was still like one of the best experiences I've had going to the OTC and training with the rest of the world team and training with Kevin Jackson. And, just even the little things, like I was sitting in a sauna trying to get my weight down. And I'm sitting next to Jaden Cox to my left, and just it was just really cool to be in that environment.
When you're overseas like that, what kind of little tricks of the trade did you learn over there being in a different country?
Um, I learned, no, I didn't learn in a good way, but I learned that they're very good at underhooks. So, you can't play into the foreigners' games, and you're gonna have to like stand your ground and do what you do, no matter how much of an uncomfortable situation they put you in. You have to like stay with your style.
Do you feel a bond with those guys that you were on the team with, even though you're in different states?
Yeah, definitely. We still have a group chat. We still talk sometimes. If it's like one of each other's birthdays or something, we'll message each other. I saw Clayton Ulrey. He was like a middleweight, and I saw him at a tournament this year, and we just like said what's up to each other and stuff. So yeah, we definitely became friends just from that little 3 weeks.
And that was your first trip overseas?
No, I went to Guatemala the summer before that, or it might have been 2 summers for the Pan Am Games.
Do you think that helps when you get into high school competition to have those overseas experiences?
I think it like takes so much pressure off, and it added such a level of confidence for me this year. Like I just went overseas and wrestled with some of the best guys in the world. Now I'm wrestling guys in my section or town. It just, I don't know, it gives you like a feeling of accomplishment, I guess.
Looking
I
forward
don't know how to
to,
explain it really, but
yeah, but looking toward next year, how do you get ready for next year, and what weight class do you think you're going to go?
I'm just trying to stay on the gains right now, trying to get some muscle on me, stay tuned up on my technique. And when what is it, August, after summer, I'll see if my weight's around. I'm trying to stay relatively not small, but relatively lean. And if I'm up to 30 or 35, which it's not going to happen, then I'll probably go 26. So right now I'm at anywhere from 20 to 25, depending if it's morning or night. And right now I'm looking at 118 and then 120 after Christmas.
When you think about Stevo Poulin, of course, you think about that viral video that was released several years ago. Do you feel like you have to be the person in that video? Do you think people have expectations on the Stevo Poulin they want from that video?
I think definitely that's what you were saying about when you hear my name, that's what people think of. That's like my start, if you will. And I feel like if there wasn't that video and I've done what I've done up to now, I feel like people would still know my name. I feel like that's just something on top of it, because there's people that didn't have that viral video of them, and they're at the level I'm at, and a lot of people know who they are. So I don't know. I feel like I don't have to live that life. Obviously, my wrestling style and the way I wrestle has changed dramatically throughout the past 10 years. So, I'm not going out there and hitting headlocks anymore. I've adapted to how the wrestling style has changed up to now.
Take us through that journey. There has to be pressure that comes with that. How were you able to overcome that and get to this point? Because it's pretty remarkable how you've been able to really be successful in spite of that.
Well, we all have seen 6-year-olds, 10-year-olds just whipping each other around, just like a headlock fest. That's what it kind of was. And I'm coming up on top of most of those just from my raw like aggression. And when I was around, I don't know, 11, 12 years old, my dad, he said, like, you're going to have to learn how to shoot, like take a shot. Right. And I was like, no, I don't want to, because I was I was headlocking and cement mixing everyone. It was working. And he basically tried to explain to me, like, that's not going to keep working, once you get older, which he was right. And he didn't let me wrestle. Like, he wouldn't let me wrestle until I learned how to, like, take a shot. And then that's when I got into the journeyman program, where I learned a lot of technique and got me to how I am now.
How do you think people recognize you from that? Because you had said people still want autographs or pictures and show you the video. How do you think they recognize you?
Honestly, that's a good question. I hope I still don't look like that. I hope I don't look like I'm 9 years old, but um I don't know, maybe just because I still have accomplishments now, maybe they just see my face. I don't know, honestly. It's pretty crazy.
Are you proud of that video now that you're in high school?
Um Proud of it. I don't know. I think I just laugh when I look back on it. I just is like, that's funny, because it's just like no, I'm not like that at all anymore. And that's what, when people think of me, they think I'm like that.
Do you like that song in the video? Because every time I hear it, I think of that video of you.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a TikTok the other day of there was a it was some random guy like posing to be me, and he was like, "This is me as a kid," and like had that song in the background. I was like, "Oh my God, come on!"